James and James. Greetings, Starfighters. Welcome to Mad Science Films. I'm James Plumb, filmmaker, sexual astronaut, and as ever, I'm joined by my angelic co-host.
I don't know about that one. James Morrissey, filmmaker and aka the man with no nickname. If you do like this video, then please hit the like button. If you've been enjoying the content from us at Mad Science Films, then why not subscribe to our YouTube channel and stalk us on Facebook. If you have any comments or suggestions, then leave those in the comment section down below. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated.
Yeah. So next up, guys, if you're in the UK and a Prime Video member, please check out our fourth feature film for free. Just search for Little Monster or click on the link in the show notes below. A zombie movie.
Who doesn't like zombie movies, huh?
It's a zombie movie with a difference. I feel like every zombie movie has to say that now, but it's true.
Yeah.
All right. Also, the other thing I want to do is give a quick shout out to Spirit of 76 t-shirts. So our good friend Neil, who designed the Mad Science Film logo, which is down there. I tell you what, I'll put it there. It can move to there because I can never figure out which is left and which is right. So boom. So he designed the Mad Science logo. He's also starting this t-shirt company along with his friend. So if you love 80s or 90s hip hop, here's my money-making t-shirts. They're putting out some amazing tees, so check them out. Easiest way is to stalk them on Instagram, so you can check out their stuff. So Spirit of 76. Anyway,
good stuff.
There we go. That's our pimping section done. On this show, we are campaigning for a forgotten masterpiece of genre cinema to give the exquisite Blu Ray treatment. This week is James M's choice. James, show me a little something.
All right, guys. So we have King Kong Lives, starring Linda Hamilton. Let me give you the synopsis. Kong falls from the Twin Towers and he appears to be alive. However, his heart is failing. So it's replaced with an artificial one. All is well until he senses that there's another Kong, a female Kong, somewhere out there and escapes wreaking havoc. So essentially,
Kong, if you will.
Yeah, a Queen Kong. So this is a kind of a romantic film.
It's
a lot of romance,
like a rom-com.
Yeah, a lot of hearts failing and breaking, and then a lot of love. Yeah. So anyway, Jim.
Yes.
Now can I just say before we start, this was brought to me by my housemate, who watched it, and I forgot all about this film. So when I was watching it, I honestly didn't think I'd seen it before. But there was a scene in there with the hillbillies, and it clicked. And I was like, I have definitely seen this before. I remember this scene. But
it feels like a ITV Sunday afternoon movie, doesn't it? I'm sure they would have bunged it on there. Yeah,
definitely. So I have seen this before. Jim, is this a first, or does this?
A similar story. I'm fairly sure I must have watched this. I'm fairly sure ITV would have put it on at some point, but I don't have strong enough memories. I definitely didn't track this down as a kid. So for the sake of this, yes, it pretty much was a first time watch. So Jim, why do you feel that this film, above all the other films out there, deserves the Blu Ray treatment?
I think it's some of Linda Hamilton's best work. I'm only joking. No, it's a good, fun film. And Linda Hamilton is good at it. And I really like the way it looks. I really like it was some special effects. There's some moments at the end. Obviously, this is a spoiler, but there's a. Should we do it? Yeah, let's spoil it for a minute. So there's a Kong baby at the end, and
there is.
And I have seen this, but it's so long ago, I kind of couldn't remember how the Kong baby would come out, and I thought, please don't let it be a guy in an ape suit, and it was. So that was disappointing, but it's a really good, fun film. Like it's not you don't take it serious. It's a sequel to the Jeff Bridges one, and I think that was 1977. Was it? I think.
Yeah, around about Jeff
Um,
Bridges
so
and
there's a bit of a gap between this and the Jeff Bridges one.
yeah. What
Um,
year was this? This was 86, wasn't it? So
86, yeah. So almost 10
yeah.
years, 10 years later. And I think this is the production company, uh, De Laurentiis. I think they put a lot of money into this, and I think they were hoping this did a lot better than what it actually did. And I was reading up that one of the writers, Steve Pressfield, some of the scripts which were put on the table beforehand were King Kong in Russia. Right, that was an idea. There was a King Kong in outer space. And there was also an idea of a group of kids befriending King Kong, and King Kong would accidentally cause like mayhem everywhere. And they would go, "Oh, Kong, you stepped on the car again." You know, that kind of.
That's a very Godzilla-y thing. Like they used
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
these Godzilla movies. So okay.
So considering all that, this was pretty good film.
Considering how shit it could have been,
It could have been a lot worse than what it
I
actually
don't know,
was.
man. I kind of want to see Kong in Comrade Kong.
Comrade Kong, yeah.
I kind of want to see that. Kong
Yeah.
in space. I mean,
Yeah.
would they put him in a giant spacesuit?
It would be massive, wouldn't it? It was shot by Alec Mills.
Okay.
Now, there's a Bond connection here. So Alec Mills was the DP for Living Daylights, and he's also an uncredited DP for Return of the Jedi. But his background is in the Bond films as like a camera operator. And if you watch it back, if you look at it again, you know, there's like underground bases, and so it's kind of Bond-esque.
Jungle action and stuff.
Yeah, there's so if you watch it, you can see those influences definitely.
The cinematography reminded me a lot of like 70s disaster flicks. So, you know, like very much like the Poseidon Adventure, Towering Inferno.
Sure,
A
yeah,
very
yeah.
classic, old school
Yeah.
look. And because it was very jet setting, you know, again, we start in the jungle, then we go, you know, back to the city and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, it really reminded me of that stuff. So,
Yeah.
I'd agree. The effects left something to be desired, but I think from a cinematography point of view, it looked lush.
It was definitely by a guy who knew what he was doing, and you know, the script is very adventurous. I'm sure it pissed off a lot of Kong fans at the time. They probably looked down on this film and thought, "What the fuck is this all about?" But yeah, they tried to go in a different direction with the whole Kong saga. So credit there, I think.
That's I've got almost identical notes. Like, part of me applauds the film for trying something different with the Kong film, you know, rather than just doing the same story again and again, you know, which has happened a lot. But also another part of me felt like there wasn't enough Kong action. So I kind of like, yes, trying a different plot, but did you have to choose such a boring one? I mean,
yeah, how did they manage to make it a drama?
That's the kind of one. I mean, it's a romantic drama where the romantic leads are giant monkeys.
Yeah.
And for me, there were too many, especially at the end, there were too many smiling gorillas in a Kong movie. You know, when they were like Kong, again, spoilers, you know, he's dying and baby Kong is born. And like, did you get like weird nativity vibes from that as well? Because it was in a barn.
Yeah. I think that might be an accidental, to be honest. But
I don't think so, mate. I absolutely think they were trying to make the Kong, you know, nativity parable. Absolutely. Stand up. So there was that weird. I mean, I had no idea where this film was going to go. And yes, absolutely, I agree. I kind of applaud that. I wanted more Kong action, and what I got was Kong Dong action instead, you know, with the loving. And all of that, and you know, him getting frisky all the time, which nearly gave him a heart attack. I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah, it was almost that kind of like those, like the 80s. I think they might be looking at like, you know, kind of Harry and the Hendersons kind of vibes as well, like, you know, except much bigger than Bigfoot. So it's almost trying to make like this family friendly thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, so they didn't play on the whole, you know, cities being smashed to pieces and Kong just, you know.
Yeah. And I'm guessing that was probably budgetary as well. As trying to do something different. And again, like I say, hats off to it. Like, I really like the start. and I thought it really picked up at the end, and there was like a huge amount of gore. Like when they really went for like, again, spoilers, trying to kill Kong. Like the amount of like blood squibs coming off this guy, I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
And again, to that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it wasn't afraid to kind of do the violence and the gore. I mean, like I said, that scene with the hillbillies in like the valley, you know, that stuck in my mind as a kid. Watching it as a kid, I thought, oh my God, this is quite a bit scary. Or the special effects are a bit dated now. Well, even back then they seemed to be quite dated, but just the whole scene itself and watching it for what it was quite scary. So yeah, you know, but like I said, I think it's corny, it's cheesy. It is just waste an afternoon watching something just corny and cheesy. I think you know,
I think have like a big bowl of snacks, and when you get to that middle section, concentrate on the snacks, but then for the last 20 minutes, perk back up again.
Sure.
Kong at the hoedown, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. It was good fun.
The only downside I would say about this is I'm fairly sure that this nearly killed Linda Hamilton's career, because like you know, you think she was in Terminator, that was 8 years.
She did her first.
You know, she had to be, which was like, you know, the #1 film, and she decided King Kong Lives was, you know, the next step to take her career into the stratosphere. And really, I mean, like nothing for a while. She ended up on TV in that Beauty and the Beast TV show with Ron Perlman, and then of course she came back for T2.
Yeah,
but you know, wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of TV connections. So like Brian Kerwin, a very prominent TV actor too. So, and that's sometimes you risk. There's a difference between TV and film, isn't it? Particularly acted, and to have lead roles taken up by TV actors, sometimes you run the risk there. I think, you know, they're not quite strong enough.
Quite translate.
But she maybe got caught up in the whole Kong franchise. But this could be great for the career. I could see why she did it. Yeah. But perhaps hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? So
I read something online saying that she absolutely loved the filming of it. She thought it was going to be the thing, and then when she saw the special effects on screen at the premiere, her heart just sunk. And yes, I can imagine. Yeah, that would be a bad day, and an awkward ride home.
Can you imagine that in the car? So special effects are a shit.
So I mean, you were great in it. Who do you think is best placed to put this bad boy out?
Well, I've done loads of research.
Of course,
I haven't really. No. I'm going to cop out a little bit here, and I'm just going to say perhaps some of the big boys, you know, they might want to create a little King Kong basket of goodies and put that in with some, perhaps the original, perhaps the 1930s version. I don't know. Just have a nice little King Kong Warner Brothers or something like that. I don't know if, some of the big boys, nice little Kong box set.
Cool. Okay, I've gone less prestigious. I think Shout Factory, again, for that kind of retro vibe and stuff like that, I think they'd be a good, well placed to put it out. Kind of, you know, fits in with the rest of the stuff they put out. And again, I think it would be great to get Linda Hamilton back, interview her, you know, years on now, and see what she thinks. Anybody else who's actually still alive associated with the film, and maybe a bit of a Kong retrospective from you know, a film academic, putting it into the context of the time, you know, seeing.
Sure.
I mean, I don't think they did another Kong movie then until Peter Jackson's Kong, which was like early 2000s. So, stretch of time. Okay, so Jim, you've watched King Kong Lives. You still want some monkey or other action. What are you going to recommend people follow it up with?
Well, you could watch the Jeff Bridges one. Not the
Out
best.
of order. I mean, that would be confusing.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you need to watch these in any order, to be honest, really speaking. Just though he dies at the end of the first one. Well, he doesn't die, but he gets in. Anyway, fuck it. Jeff Bridges, King Kong. Now, I love this film, right? So I think you should watch it anyway, right? But Kong Skull Island is brilliant. I love that film. It's really good. It's if you've watched this and you're like, oh, okay, you know, love Broken Hearts, I want a bit of action. Kong Skull Island, it fucking gets straight in there. Really kick-ass film there. And if you're up for some more monkeying around, perhaps watch Rampage with The Rock. based on the game, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, computer game. Yeah.
Computer game. So yeah, some high octane action with a rock and a big monkey. Yeah, so there we go.
Okie dokie. I've gone for Mighty Joe Young, the original, because again, I think it's one that doesn't get enough love, and very family friendly. Watch it with my kids and stuff like that. That's a good fun movie. It is basically King Kong straight on for kids. Also, the original 60s Japanese King Kong versus Godzilla. That's just great, monster smashing up. And similar vibe, but without King Kong or Godzilla, is Frankenstein Conquers the World, Japanese movie where Japan gets hold of Frankenstein's monster and manages to grow him into a giant, and then Godzilla-esque antics ensue. So again, all those last two very, full on with the action. So if you're feeling that you need a bit of action after all that romantic drama of King Kong Lives, that's the way you should go.
Yeah.
All righty. So that's our recommendations. Have you guys seen King Kong Lives? Or what did you think? Do you think there's enough Kong Dong action in there for you? What films do you think we should also check out and recommend back on the channel and speak to Blu Ray labels and put them out? And Jim, what else can peeps do?
So yeah, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook. Come say hello. Get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.